Our CEO had some travel troubles, but thank you all for making it through the New England welcome. So, let's see.
Thank you.
All right, so this presentation was supposed to be given by Dr. Nina Dudnick, our CEO and founder of Seating Labs. I'm Melissa Wu. I'm our Global Partnerships Manager. Also, I do ships. Okay, so at Seating Labs, we believe that investment in science capacity is the key to improving the human condition. And this sounds like a big problem, but we've found that there's an easy way that we can collaborate around the world to achieve this mission.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear me.
Use that.
Is this better?
Yeah, just closer.
Closer, okay. So we believe that investment in science capacity, okay, does that sound good? Is a key to improving the human condition. There's 3 steps that we take to be able to do this. The first thing is identifying a pipeline of talented scientists. People around the world who have the talent and the passion to be finding the solutions to problems that are facing our society. They're also the ones who are educating our next generation of scientists, people who will be working in your companies, people who have to have skilled talents. So the first thing we do, we look all over the world to find these talented scientists who are in places that have the resources that can support them in their work. So that's number 1. The next thing that we do is building a coalition of partners around the world to support our scientists. We have built a community of over 100 partners across sectors, government, industry, nonprofit, academia, to support our scientists in their work. So now what do we do? This is the 3rd step, taking the resources and joining them with our scientists. So we make the matches in several ways. The first one, our major program, is called Instrumental Access. This is providing scientists with the tools for their work, to provide students with hands-on education, to allow them to engage in research and find solutions with the top tools that we have available to us in the world. The second thing we do is to match training. We have had exchange programs from Kenya and Mali coming here, partnering with some scientists at a pharmaceutical company here in the US. We've also brought scientists to Africa to share their training and their specialized skills. And lastly, it's not just training, it's not just tools, it's knowledge. We've heard a lot from different companies that are sharing knowledge, and we are looking for different partnerships that we can have to share knowledge in different ways. And one of the ways that I think you are the first group of people to see this, it hasn't launched yet, it's our telescience platform, so you can see it's still in draft form. But it's scientists sharing their knowledge with short videos. So you don't need to have an exchange program. You don't have to transfer people across the world to learn different skills. You can have people sharing their knowledge online, and you can learn that way. So what do these programs look like? What has our output been? Since we've been founded, we've distributed $4.3 million worth in equipment to 46 institutions in 26 countries. For people who are Nigerian, Ghanaian, I've heard Ugandan. Okay, then I won't say where we've done it. What are we looking at in the next 2 years? Distributing $8.5 million in equipment. We have been on an amazing trajectory, and there's nothing that indicates we can't continue that. What does this look like for the partners that we work with? For some of our partners reporting in 2014, who received equipment in 2014 and 2015, they've integrated equipment into coursework that has taught 5,800 undergraduates, trained 31 master's students, and 23 PhDs. Also supported them getting additional funding from other organizations to continue their work. Is that about 30? Okay, so if you want to hear more about us, this is our contact info.
This sounds like an interesting program.
is it possible that you're utilizing, because I notice within America they do this all the time, and I'm thinking about poverty and how this is actually taking people out of poverty. So how is this helping anything?
Okay, so I think there's two pieces to your question there. So the first is, how are we taking people out of the country, and how is that impacting the country? So I should say the Instrumental Access Program, we're actually not taking anyone out of the country. We're working with scientists who are at their home institutions, universities, so they are there to support their communities around them with the research that impacts them. So they're addressing infectious diseases, they're addressing agriculture. So we're not taking people out of the country in that sense, if that makes sense. Does that answer the first part of your question?
I don't know if we have time. I don't know.
Okay, so I'll assume that answered the first part of your question. And the second is, how are we addressing poverty? It's a long timeline between research and poverty, but we do believe that that connection exists. So one of the things that our scientists do is they work on food security. How do we ensure that we have a food supply in the face of climate change or pests? So they're working on improving the food crops that they have in their area, or the livestock, and solutions that can help ensure that their communities can maintain the food supply that they have or expand on the food supply that they have.
Will they ever have autonomy away from you guys?
Yes. So the way our program works, we consider ourselves as a catalyst. So we're there to sort of inject them with resources, with the equipment that is expensive, and that they wouldn't be able to have otherwise. They are the ones who have the talent. They're the ones who are training the students. So once we do that, we want to continue to support them, but they are autonomous.